Hello, FG fam, and welcome to another episode of the Washington football team franchise here on Madden 20. Today, two action-packed games for you as we start off taking on the Denver Broncos. Make sure you drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel for the love of franchise content. That is all we do here. We can build a winner together, and we're trying to do that for the third straight time here in Washington. Russell Wilson signed by the Denver Broncos. We're going to fix that number 7 after the game, unfortunately. Didn't realize he was going to wear number 7. Number 12 is actually available on the Broncos, so kind of weird that he's wearing John Elway's number. But here's Wilson on a 3rd and 10. Broncos driving, but can't get away from Donovan Stallings, who comes in with the big first quarter sack. That'll set up this field goal attempt, and pulled left, no good. Denver's first drive is ruined by the kicker. Now 3rd and inches, Van Buren over the top trying to get it. So many guys had a chance to make that play, and it falls incomplete. So here's Christian Kaufman for the long field goal attempt, and just short from the kicker with the huge leg, no accuracy. So Denver on their second possession, another drive. Darrell Henderson ran out of his mind for this team today. 3 runs there for 22 yards. Tatum came through, but Russell Wilson gets it away. Noah Fant have a nice day here too for the Broncos. Russell Wilson, though, goes down. It's the other end this time. Bookends Bronco battle with the sack to bring on the field goal attempt. Denver will score first with 2:46 to go first quarter. They're up 3-0. Ensuing kickoff. Here's John Greer. Greer takes it right side, and he is absolutely bushwhacked and picked up the fumble for the touchdown. Denver scoring 2 times in seconds, and they are up 10-0. So Van Buren looking for a man down the right sideline. He's got Randy Red out of bounds at the 8-yard line. The hit by Hooker, but not before a 45-yard catch and run. So here, 3rd and goal. Van Buren throwing. He's got Daquan Botted in. What a tackle to keep him out of the end zone. So Kaufman with the chip shot field goal will make it 10-3. Redskins still down a touchdown, and look at this. Broncos driving again. Darrell Henderson into the end zone. Untouched is, that's Josh Adams, excuse me. Adams untouched to the end zone. Both guys wearing 30s numbers. Kind of confusing when you're not familiar with everyone's roster. There's Randy Red up the middle to the 42-yard line. Redskins trying to drive here. They're down 14 points. Keon Gregory to the 24-yard line. Big catch for the X-Factor receiver. Now 3rd and 10. Van Buren going to roll to his right, and he's just going to take off. Gregory with an amazing block to spring Van Buren for his first career rushing touchdown. That will send us into the half with a score of 17-10. Still down a touchdown back after this. Coming back for the halftime report, our old friend Dwayne Haskins not beating our enemies in the Cowboys. Cam Newton is up 14-0 on the Saints in a tight divisional matchup. And the winless 49ers looking for their first win against Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. We're back here for the second half of this ball game. Van Buren going to throw the screen. Jeffrey Moore's got a convoy, and he is all the way inside the 15-yard line to the 13. Redskins on the move here. Here's Van Buren. Van Buren rolling to his left, firing a missile to Daquan Botted in the end zone for a touchdown. And the Redskins on the board first in the second half to tie this game at 17. Good defense stops the Broncos, and there's Keon Gregory again, the X-Factor, all the way to the 24. And Van Buren and the offense starting to cook a little bit now. Here's Van Buren, throws the screen. Jeffrey Moore making a little hurdle there into the first down and inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Van Buren. Looking, he throws up the middle. He's got Jeffrey Moore for the touchdown. There we go. Jeffrey Moore playing well. Now 2nd and 2. Russell Wilson on the play fake, and Bo Tatum on the middle linebacker blitz with a huge sack. 3rd and 11 upcoming for the Broncos. Here's the throw left side. And we're going to get the face mask on Noah Fant. It's Kerry Clark with the infraction. And that is going to go for an automatic first down, 15-yarder. 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson, and again taking a little too long to release the football. Bronto battle for the 2nd time. And Washington would end up taking over with it. Here goes Buda McKenzie down the right sideline and out of bounds at the 49. 1st and 10, Van Buren going to hand this one off to Jeffrey Moore. Another brilliant run by Jeffy Moore, who's got 64 yards so far today. Not a terrific running day, but the passing game has worked. Gregory was wide open. He's going to pick up another block for Van Buren, but he's not able to hold the block. But Van Buren, 52 rushing yards on only 3 runs. Here's a big throw up the middle, and Gregory can't come down with it. Could have been intercepted, but Christian Kaufman will make this a 10-point game on a very easy field goal for him to make. Now 3rd and 5. Here's Russell Wilson. He gets that away for a first down completion. And now on a 3rd and 14, Russell needs another big throw here. Just in time, gets it away before he's hit, and that's another first down to Kiki Cootie. And that would eventually lead to this field goal with under 2 minutes to play. Broncos make it a 1-score game yet again. They have all 3 timeouts, but Washington never gives them a chance with a very balanced attack and a lot of rushing on that final drive to win this game 27-20. Broncos with the only takeaway of the game. This Washington defense, it's going to take a little getting used to, as I've done a whole series with that name. Jeffrey Moore, 98 yards rushing, and it didn't look like he would come anywhere near that. He also caught for 57 and a touchdown, so obviously a very big player in today's game. Bo Tatum, 16 tackles, 3 TFLs, and a sack. Bronto battle with 2 sacks. Donovan Stallings with 1 sack. So it was mostly the defensive line that played really, really well on the defense today, and a lot of pass deflections. Now we move into the second game, and Washington home again here, wearing completely different uniforms as we take on the Carolina Panthers, and you saw how hot the Panthers have been, doing a very excellent job against a Saints team that is absolutely overpowered. I mean, we've played the Saints team a couple of times in the playoffs and had very tough games with them quite a few times. So Panthers were able to take them down last week, and Cam Newton really looking to improve an already kind of decent season. Not his best year, but almost 2,000 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, 7 picks. He's got an okay offensive line in front of him, and the weapons are good, obviously. Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey. Here's a 3rd and 4 early for Newton, and he's going to throw this one to an unlikely candidate, his tight end. But it makes it a first down. Here's a chance for Jansen to kick a leading field goal, and wide to the right. He pulls it as a lefty. And Van Buren coming into the game now, getting ready to try to put up the first points of this game. 3rd and 5 from their own 49. Washington throwing up the middle, and Keon Gregory is knocked away from the football. So ensuing punt, Malcolm Camp going to aim this one at the sidelines, and as Walty would say, what a punt. That's a beautiful punt. Here's Cam Newton on the play fake, and that's a mistake. Bronto battle getting the safety for Washington. Washington leads 2-0. They get the ball back here. Here's Jeffrey Moore just bobbing and weaving his way up the middle, but he fumbles it. It's picked up by Andrews and run to the 47-yard line. Now a 2nd and 1. Van Buren setting up a screen. Here goes Jeffrey Moore. He's got a convoy, but none of them actually block. And now 1st and 10 from the Panther 37. Here's Van Buren looking up the middle. He's got Keon Gregory with the big catch to the 10. And that sets up 1st and 10 from the 10. Van Buren to the end zone. Keon Gregory yet again, the X Factor, taking over on this drive and putting Washington up 9-0. Here's Cam Newton throwing deep right side. He's got Curtis Samuel at the 1. Trey Winborn on the tackle, and Christian McCaffrey easily into the end zone, even though Bo Tatum tried to stop him. It's hard to stop a freight train like him. So Washington taking over, 2nd and 1 for them. Van Buren throws up the middle, and an ill-advised throw is intercepted by Jacobs. And the Panthers taking over with it from their own 47 here. 1st and 10, McCaffrey breaking 2 tackles at once and into the open field, and Christian McCaffrey scoring 2 touchdowns in a matter of seconds. 53 yards on that one, and did I say freight train? Now 1st and 10, here's Van Buren looking, going deep. He's got a man, Mason Sams, and he overthrows him. So 2nd and 10 from their own 45. Here's Van Buren. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to take off with the football and duck out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Maybe a late hit there, but not called. Here goes Buda McKenzie, and Buda picks up a 1st down, rushing on his first run of the game, goes for 11 yards. Van Buren underneath, Mason Sams on 3rd and 8, and he cannot get to the 1st down marker. So Kaufman will put that easy field goal through, make it 14-12, and the Panthers get back. Play fake. Cam Newton's brought down by Donovan Stallings, and that'll set up 4th down. Washington gets another chance here before the half. 3:18 to play. Van Buren's got Mason Sams on 2nd and 19, and he makes a brilliant catch in traffic. So Washington ends up getting pretty close here, but Van Buren on the screen is lit up, picked up by Bradham, and he will take it to the house. Reservations for 6, please, to Chili's, as the Panthers going up 2 scores, 21-12. And they get another chance here at the end of the half, and that is a great throw and good catch from Cam Newton to Hightower, setting up another 1st down for Carolina. Here with 32 seconds to play in the half, an underneath throw. DJ Moore going to get to the 1st down marker and a little bit more into Washington territory at the 34-yard line. So now from the 23, a chance to block that kick is thwarted, and Jansen gets the field goal through. 24-12. Final chance for Van Buren in the offense with a second to go in the half. Van Buren unloading on one, possible DPI there, not called. Panthers will go into the half with a 24-12 lead over our Washington team. Back after this. We come back to find out that the Ravens are 4-6 after a loss to the Bears. They probably won't make it back to the Super Bowl this year. Titans get a win over the Broncos. So we saw the Titans in last game's update, and you can see they beat the crap out of the Broncos just like we did. And here are the rest of the scores. Eagles get a win. Van Buren now in the second half going to go with another screen, this one to Jeffrey Moore, and it is a big play for a 1st down. Jeffrey Moore, however, injured on the play. He would have to come out of the game for a little bit. John Greer in the game in the backfield now, and Van Buren takes too long to get rid of the football. Dorrance Armstrong on the sack. And 3rd and 5, Van Buren, quick throw. He's got red, but it is knocked away from him. So Christian Kaufman on to try the 54-yarder, which is good, to make it a 24-15 game, a 9-point game again. 6:21 to go, 3rd quarter. Cam Newton on a 2nd and 6, going to throw this one up the middle. He's got his tight end and a flag. They're going to call that a face mask. I don't buy that one at all, but there it goes. 15 yards against Dave Zimmerman. But it would lead to another Jansen field goal attempt to bring it back to a 12-point game, which it is. Washington with 2:09 to go, 3rd quarter. There's a throw. Keon Gregory down the right sideline and finally brought down at the 13-yard line. That would lead to a Christian Kaufman field goal, bringing it back to a 9-point game. This is like a seesaw. Then Panthers going for a fake punt. Wide open player First down, Panthers with 7:14 to go in the fourth. Big play for Carolina. It would lead to this play right here. Cam Newton for a first down to his fullback, and a 1st and goal for Carolina. Newton, left side of the end zone, touchdown play, and the Panthers go for 2. Christian McCaffrey on the toss, easy waltz for the 2-point conversion, and it's 35-18. Not looking good for Washington fans. Here's Van Buren up the middle, and the one-handed acrobatic interception by Tavon Young, one of the new acquisitions for the Panthers, and they are just red hot so far in this season. They beat us 35-18 with 3 takeaways. Redskins haven't had a takeaway. The Washington team hasn't had a takeaway in a few games. So Washington going down in this one. Cam Newton, 22 of 23 for 243 and a touchdown. Van Buren, a couple mistakes in this game. Outside of that, he wasn't terrible though. Christian McCaffrey for 93 and 2 touchdowns. Jeffy Moore only 64 yards in this game, but we couldn't really run him a whole lot, always being down all the time. So, not the best offensive game, and honestly not the best defensive game to give up 35 points. But Donovan Stalling did get 4 sacks on the day. Bronto Battle got 1. So those guys have been incredible. We just need the secondary to be a little bit better, and the linebackers in coverage have got to be better. These past couple weeks, they have not been good. Diamond Bradham, of course, with the fumble recovered for a touchdown. And to start off the next episode, we're going to be taking on a division rival. We got to be on our game. We're both 6-4 taking on these New York Giants, so it's going to be tough. Make sure you guys drop a like, show some support for the series and the channel as a whole. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content. That's all we do here, and click right here to see some more franchise.
I build you back somehow.